Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of KYC, Know Your Crypto. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at a brand new project called Polkamarkets. If you're excited to hear about this project, please like the video and subscribe to KYC for more crypto content. As always, before we jump into the content, please note that anything discussed on this channel is not financial advice. Please continue to do your own research. Okay, thank you for tuning back into KYC. Today's moonshot is Polkamarkets. We'll be looking at what the project is all about, the solution this project is proposing for existing prediction markets, and as always, we'll look at the tokenomics of Polkamarkets, which goes by the ticker Polk or POLK. Polkamarkets is a gamified prediction markets platform. It is built for cross-chain information exchange and trading, where users take positions on outcomes of real-world events in a decentralized and interoperable platform on Polkadot. So what that means is that users can monetize their forecasts of future outcomes and events within an interoperable and decentralized infrastructure where your beliefs become assets with financial value traded openly on the market. Buy and sell fractions of event outcomes, or even create your own events where others can take their own positions. I find that last bit interesting, how users can create their own events that others can essentially bet on. When the product is released, I hope that there's a lot of clarity provided that will ensure that the events created by users can't be manipulated or controlled by the creator. For example, if I create an event that others can take positions on, where I say I'm going to tweet 100 times in a day, I can clearly control that outcome. Of course, this is just an example. Polkamarkets is also going to have entertainment features, including NFT-based gamification, live streaming for esports, and daily crypto price markets. There's also going to be live chats and virtual events in online communities, which will also form a key entertainment value add to the platform. Now, the reason why Polkamarkets could be an absolute moonshot of a gem is because current existing prediction markets do suffer from things like lack of liquidity and a lack of community or traders. And the total prediction market volume averaged less than 1 million USD per day in 2020 and even less in years prior. With such low volumes, it is impossible for traders to adequately hedge against future outcomes or take any sizable positions. With low volumes comes low liquidity and therefore low fees for platform providers due to the lack of active traders. A death spiral ensues, as we have seen with existing prediction markets with virtually no users or daily outcome. And of course, this is a blurb from the Polkamarkets website. And the proposed solution is that Polkamarkets will aim to solve the low usage and volume problems by incentivizing liquidity providers and traders to facilitate and take large positions, while a system for curation and resolution ensures efficient and trustworthy markets. As an entertainment DeFi platform, Polkamarkets will offer sports and esports daily markets with live feeds of events alongside forecasting. Users will be able to watch their favorite teams play while making live in-play forecasts about the game's outcome. Live odds and automated market makers will dynamically adjust odds based on users' forecasts on the markets. As users trade outcome fractions, they will mine Polk tokens that they can later use to open their own prediction markets on Polkamarkets. So of course, traditional markets don't offer mining or staking capabilities, and Polkamarkets, being that it is a cryptocurrency, a DeFi cryptocurrency, will allow this. Here's a news article that broke today here on February the 15th. Polkamarkets partners with Kylan Network for decentralized oracles. As a quick side note, here's some information on Kylan. Kylan Network offers any applications and blockchains such as parachains and parathreads instantaneous but reliable and valid on and off-chain market data and social data sources by leveraging the power of Polkadot substrate framework on open networks. Here's a bit more information on the Kylan Polk partnership posted here on the Polkamarkets Medium page. We are thrilled to announce Polkamarkets' partnership with Kylan Network to provide decentralized and validated data via oracles to our prediction markets. This partnership will help to ensure the quality and reliability of data sourcing for markets, disputes, and resolution on Polkamarkets. One of the key use cases for on-chain oracles is to provide the critical data needed to resolve markets. Prediction markets, like financial markets, need to be furnished with external data points in order to provide accurate and real-time information to traders. A few weeks ago, I did another moonshot video on Chainlink right over here on my page, and I give a fairly simple explanation on what oracles are and how they work. I highly encourage you to check that one out so you can understand what Kylan will be offering to Polkamarkets and why this partnership is extremely important. Before we get into the tokenomics, here's a look at the Polkamarkets roadmap. Phase 1 starts in the first quarter of the year with the delivery of the MVP, or minimum viable products. As you can see in the first quarter, there's a number of different releases. There's going to be mining, DeFi features, liquidity provision, fractions portfolio, an esports market, and a crypto futures market. And in the next 2 quarters, Q2 and Q3, there's some interesting rollouts, including a politics market, NFT gamification, and live streams, as well as governance brought to the Polk token. Let's take a look at the tokenomics of Polk now. The Polk token will find utility with mining, liquidity providing, fees collection, and yield farming. It will have a total supply of 100 million tokens with an initial market cap of only 610,000, which is quite small. And the project has raised around 715,000 thus far, and it will have an initial Uniswap liquidity of $200,000. Here's a look at the token distribution of Polk. I'm not going to go over everything here, but I will mention that these days, for projects that have a lot of hype around it, it is very difficult to get into the pre-sales. If you are not able to get into the pre-sale, it looks like the initial Uniswap listing price will be 5 cents. Of course, I will caution you that if you do try to get into this project on the public open market release, please beware of pump and dumps. This is often an occurrence when a project goes live and a token launches. And speaking of the IDO, or initial DEX offering, this is straight from the Polk Medium. The whitelist to get a spot on this sale that is scheduled for February 24th on the IDO platform. There will be 2 pools open, one for the public participants and another for Polkastarter token holders and liquidity providers. The whitelist form is the same for both pools. In the end, they will cross-check for any wallet address that holds over 3,000 Polkastarter tokens, as well as liquidity providers for the polls only pool. I am a Polkastarter hodler, and I have been for quite some time, but being selected for the pre-sale of Polkamarkets is not a guarantee. Either way, I will be buying Polk on the open market. Speaking of Polkastarter, I want to use this project as an example of how hype can sometimes overvalue a coin initially. Polkastarter has had an amazing journey, and in the last 30 days alone has gone up nearly 500%. If we take a look at the chart of polls since its launch, we can see a clear parabolic rise over the last few weeks. On the 30th of January, polls was just $1.10. And since that time, now a few weeks later, it has 6x'd, reaching an all-time high today, in fact, of $6.22. But if we look at the launch of the Polls token back in September, it was trading at just around 30 cents on its first day, and it shot straight up to around 84 cents on October 1st, before eventually falling down to around 37 cents. On the 9th of October, it was 56 cents, and it continued on a steady downtrend. And polls began to really take off in late December and early January, when it was a hub to launch many new great projects, which allowed the polls token to rise over $1 and stay steadily above it. So it really depends on how much you believe in a project that enables you to have those diamond hands to be a true hodler. Of course, the project itself has to deliver as well. In the case of Polkastarter, I believed in the project from day one, but I didn't actually buy in until it fell to 17 cents. I got lucky, found a dip, and never looked back. I do believe in Polkamarkets. It has huge potential, and even if the coin dumps after a few weeks of being released, I do think it will be extremely valuable in approximately 3 to 6 months after its mainnet launch. Alright, that's everything I wanted to say. Let me know what you think of Polkamarkets as well as Polkastarter. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.